I'm not Lily. I'm you, 20 years from now.
My name is Rachel Miller. I am 32, and I live in Minneapolis in a house with a white picket fence. But perfection comes at a price. The price was that I hadn't painted for a solid 3 years. I'm a good wife, a good mother, but I don't know if I'm still really a person.
Mom, I have something to tell you.
What is it, sweetheart?
I'm not Lily. I'm you, 20 years from now.
Oh, so how's the future me doing?
You're not doing well. You never painted again. Not once, your whole life. And you've regretted it every single day. I came back to stop you.
Lily, this isn't funny.
I know you don't believe me. You have a mole under your right shoulder, babe. You broke your left wrist when you were 15. It still aches on rainy days. And what you feared most as a child wasn't ghosts. It was blackouts. Because when the power went out, your father would hit your mother.
How do you know all this?
Because I lived through it. Mom, don't marry my dad. He's a liar. You don't have to believe me right now. But remember what I told you today. One day, you'll remember.
Lily, you're only 7. How could you possibly know all this? That night I couldn't sleep. Lily's words stuck in my mind like a nail. Don't marry him. I already did. 7 years ago. He's my husband, the father of my daughter. She has a perfect family, a perfect life. How could she say he's a liar?
Lily, where did you hear all those things you said yesterday?
No one told me. I remember it myself. I remember when you were 35, Davis said he was going to Chicago on business, but he went to see his assistant. I remember when you were 37, he wanted you to sign away joint property. You didn't. I remember when you were 40, you realized you didn't have a single photo of just yourself. In every picture you were smiling, but your smile was so tired.
Lily, you're only 7. How could you possibly know all this?
Because I've lived through it. Mom, it's okay if you don't believe me, but I need you to know one thing. You once made a picture book called The Flying Snail. It's your best work. You hid it in the third cardboard box in the garage under old wedding dress. You drew it yourself, and after you finished, you cried. That was the last time you cried for yourself.
That was me 7 years ago, pregnant with Lily, sitting on a tiny stool, bent over drawing. When I finished the last page, I did cry, because the snail flew, and I thought I would never fly.
See, I didn't lie to you. Mom, I'm not your enemy. I am you. I just don't want you to walk the same road again.
This child talks like an adult. Over the next week, Lily changed every day. The way she talked changed. No longer the babble of a child, but a mature, weary voice. Like someone who had just walked a very long road.
Why does Lily look so upset?
I'm fine, Aunt Martha. I'm just thinking.
This child talks like an adult. Your daughter is very intelligent, but she insists she's from the future. I'm not diagnosing her with delusions because her narrative is consistent, logical. It doesn't sound like fantasy.
I felt the whole world had turned upside down. A 7-year-old girl says she's me from the future. She says my husband is a fraud. She says I've missed myself.
How was Lily's checkup?
The doctor said she's physically fine.
That's good. Has she been watching too many cartoons lately, picking up strange things?
For 7th anniversary, he never missed a single parent-teacher conference. Never forgot giving birth. He looked so good. So good it made me wonder if I was the one going insane.
It was my handwriting. I had absolutely no memory of writing it.
Why are you looking at this again? It's been years.
I felt like reading it today.
Rachel, are you too tired? How about I sign you up for a yoga class? Just relax a bit.
He asked if I wrote a paint, if I wanted to do yoga, shoved it in a cardboard box, and never opened it again.
Later you left. Look at this.
Did you draw this? The future you drew it?
When I was little, I saw you draw it so many times. Once you crumpled it up and threw it away. I picked it up and put it in a drawer. Then I found it again when I moved. Every time I saw it, I thought, if only I could go back and tell her.
Did the future me ever learn to fly?
Later. Later you left.
Left? Where did you go?
I don't remember. I just remember the day you left. It was snowing in Minnesota. You stood at the door with that old canvas bag on your shoulder. You said, Lily, Mommy has to go find her wings now. And then you never came back.
The future without me. I left. Nothing but a fading silhouette. What kind of despair makes a woman leave her own 7-year-old daughter?
After I left, what happened to you?
I grew up. I got married. I had a daughter too. Then one day I found myself walking the same path you did, small. And then I thought of you. I remembered what you said. Go find your wings. So I came back. Mom, I didn't come here to make you leave me. I came here to tell you, don't wait until you're 40 to go. I can draw now too. You taught me.
He planted a seed in my heart. You're not good enough. I started noticing Davis. All those little things I used to take for granted, now they looked completely different. He put parental controls on my phone. Not Lily's, mine. So you don't waste time scrolling social media, he said. I never questioned it. He controlled all the finances. One credit card. He set the limit. Don't worry, I'll handle them, he said. I never questioned that either. But that day I dug out an old bank card my mom sent me from before the marriage. Small balance, but independent. I'd set alerts. Every purchase over 50 his phone, sent strafety dollars. I couldn't even buy a box of paint without his approval. Then I searched for the flying snail. A small independent publisher's catalog appeared. My picture book was listed. ISO, cover, synopsis, price, published 6 years ago. Editor Kate Harris, and one gray line. Withdrawn at author's request. Never released. I froze. I had never contacted any publisher. I'd never withdrawn anything, because Davis told me a book that wasn't good enough, not worth submitting. Barely passable, he said. I believed him. I gave up, but someone submitted it. And
My name is Rachel Miller. I'm calling about a book, The Flying Snail.
It's on file. The submittee was Diller. The author is Rachel Miller. Pre-signed by the author herself, May 2019.
Davis submitted it. Davis withdrew it. He submitted it to make me feel I had a chance. Then he withdrew it to prove I had failed. He planted a seed in my heart. You're not good enough. And he watered it for 7 years, watched it grow into a forest.
He withdrew my manuscript.
I know.
How do you know?
You found out when you were 40. You found the withdrawal letter in his studio. You cried for an entire afternoon. And the next day, you left. You cried, but you didn't regret it. Because you knew he wasn't careless. He did it on purpose.
He just knew what was best for me. I didn't confront Davis. I knew it would be useless. He would say, I'm doing this for your own good. That publisher is too small for you. You should focus on more important things. He would use that tone, I'm your husband, I know what's best for you, and make me feel ungrateful, childish, dramatic. He wouldn't admit it was deliberate, because maybe he didn't even know. He just knew what was best for me. But I started doing something I'd never done before. Every day while Davis was at work and Lily at school, I took out an old notebook and began to write. I wrote down what I'd forgotten. I once published illustrations in a fashion magazine. I once had a solo exhibition in college. I once wanted to be a freelance illustrator, but Davis said it was unstable. I used to love painting it in the morning when the light was best. I haven't woken up at 5 in 5 years. I also wrote down what Lily said. She told me that winter, when I was 35, Davis went to Chicago to see his assistant. I checked his schedule from 4 years ago. There was indeed a Chicago trip, 3 days, 2 nights. He said it was a client meeting. I didn't even ask which client. A good wife doesn't ask. A good wife trusts her husband. A good wife doesn't dig up the past. I didn't find direct evidence of him and his assistant, but in the old file holder in the study, I found a dry cleaning receipt. The date was 3 days after he came back, a woman's coat. The size wasn't mine. I'm a head shorter than him. I couldn't wear that size. Lily was right. He's not a liar. He's worse. He's the kind of man who makes you lie to yourself.
Davis, I want to start painting again.
Thursday night is date night. Davis booked a new Italian restaurant. 7 years. He looks exactly the same as on our wedding day. Handsome, steady, reliable. But I no longer trust my eyes.
How was your day?
Fine.
Has Lila been acting strange lately?
She has been a bit strange.
Rachel, you know I always want what's best for you. Everything I do is for this family. I don't want you to be too tired.
I'm not tired.
Painting drains you too much. You get dizzy every time you finish a piece. I worry about you. That's why I suggest you put your energy elsewhere.
I look at his hand, his nails, neatly trimmed, our wedding ring, platinum, our initials engraved inside. Does he even know my ring size, or did he just pick a random one that happened to fit? Davis, do you know what my favorite color is?
What?
Blue. But you always buy me red. You say red looks good on me.
You like blue. I didn't know. You never mentioned it in 7 years.
I've said it so many times. Every sky I paint is my wedding dress was blue. I named our daughter after a blue flower. He heard me. He just never remembered, because he never needed to. He only ever gave what he wanted to give.
Davis, I want to start painting again.
Rachel,
I'm not asking for your permission. I'm telling you.
The moment his car disappeared, I went to the garage. There was another story beneath the book, a girl and a talking orange cat.
Why can you talk?
Because you have imagination.
What happens to people who do not?
They find it slowly.
At that time, you were drawing while rubbing your belly, telling me, Mom is drawing a story for you. I was too little to remember, but I remember it later on. Mom, can you still draw?
Can?
Then you draw, while he's not around.
The first line was stuff and trembling. The second was easier. The third had strength. Every week, I painted in the garage and hid the pages beneath my wedding dress. This is my own story. A person trapped in a shell slowly finds their own wings.
what are you doing?
Looking for something.
Looking for what?
An old photo album.
You still have these old paintings.
Keep it.
You still want to draw?
Maybe.
Rachel, you haven't painted in 7 years. Starting again, what can you even draw?
I didn't answer because he didn't like my answer. I can draw myself.
Did he find out?
No.
Almost.
What does it mean?
You can't hide it for long because you drew it so well. He'll see it sooner or later.
Good night, Lily.
Good night, Mom.
If my future self came back just as to save my present self, then shouldn't my present self at least try once?
As long as you have proof of original authorship and the submission record.
I found a lawyer, not a divorce lawyer, a copyright lawyer. I organized the records from the publisher and called using a new PayPay phone.
If someone submitted my work and then withdrew it without my consent, does that count as infringement?
It does. You can file for arbitration even if the other party denies it, as long as you have proof of original authorship and the submission record.
I have proof.
Then you can assert your rights anytime.
My heart was pounding, like a bird that had been caged for too long finally starting to flap its wings. For 7 years, I've been someone who never fought back. I couldn't even say my favorite color is blue, but now I'm about to do something far more terrifying. I'm going to take my art back. I didn't write down goal 4, but I knew what it was. Step 4, leave him.
Mom, you were smiling in your sleep.
Was I?
Mom, what did you dream about?
I dreamed I was flying.
Then keep sleeping. Fly a little more.
An editor who favors overlooked independent authors? Hi, I'm Rachel Miller. 6 years ago, someone withdrew manuscript on my behalf. Now I want to ask, can it come back? For 3 days after sending that email, I refreshed my inbox every 10 minutes. On the afternoon of the third day, a reply came.
Rachel, I've been looking for this picture book for 6 years. I knew it should be published the moment I got the manuscript. Your husband said you needed to reconsider, that the content was too childish. I waited 6 years. I thought you'd never show up again.
I never gave up. That was my husband giving up for me. I want to finish the sequel now. Are you still interested? Of course I'm interested. We can sign the contract anytime. I've lived in this city for 9 years. I've never really looked at those leaves, because they were too ordinary like my life. But now watching those yellow leaves fall, I feel they're free, not falling, coming home.
The teacher said you're an artist. This is my mom's drawing. She used to be an illustrator.
What's this painting called?
It's called She Waits for the Wind.
Your mom draws really well.
The teacher said you're an artist.
She really said that?
She said your mom has talent. The whole class saw it. Jason said it looked like something from a museum. Mom, why don't you tell people you can draw?
Because I forgot.
Forgot what?
Forgot who I am.
Did you remember now?
I remembered.
Then you need to remember. I'll remind you again next time.
Why do flowers bloom here? Because you left, and that's when the seeds began to sprout. I was writing about myself. I was Dinmas. I had to leave for the seeds to sprout.
Are you sure you don't want to come?
My head hurts. You two go ahead. I'll send you detailed revision notes next Wednesday. But let me tell you this first. This is the best children's picture book sequel I've read this year. Bar not.
You missed yourself.
Kate's notes came in. Specific, professional. She said the story is beautiful, but the snails return home. The emotion isn't full enough. It flew all that way. When it comes home and sees the flowers blooming, there should be a pause of looking down. The flowers blown because of it. She replied with just 2 words. That's it.
Your picture book. How's it going?
Almost done. I miss you.
Picture book? What picture book? When did you draw it?
On weekends, while you were at the office.
I thought we had agreed. You putting all that energy into drawing, it affects your health and it affects this family.
It hasn't affected this family. Meals are on time, housework gets done, Lily gets picked up on time. I just stopped spending my time scrolling on my phone.
Rachel, you don't need to prove anything with this. You're a good wife, a good mother. You don't need to do these extra things.
I don't want to be a good wife. I want to be myself.
Then why will you not show me?
Because you will call it immature.
The silence was not punishment. It was a signal. He wanted me to understand the price of disobedience. The loss of his love. In the past, I would have apologized. This time, I bought my own coffee. He saw the beginning of his lost control in that cup.
You're up early.
Rachel, are you planning something?
What do you mean?
You are always alone now. You spend more time in the garage. You hide in here sending messages. Are you talking to someone?
I am painting.
Then why will you not show me?
Because you will call it immature. I heard that once. I will not hear it again.
I am your husband. I have the right to know.
You do not know. You do not know me. You do not know my favorite color, my favorite flower, or what I dream of doing. You only know what you want me to become.
Every word you ever said about flying is proof that you remember me. Mom, did you fight with him?
No. We only said a few things.
Was he always like this when you painted? Whenever a drawing made you happy, he found something else to make you unhappy. Then you stopped drawing for days.
What happened to future me?
You divorced, moved to California, opened a small studio, published 5 books, and married a bookstore owner. You lived well. But whenever you mentioned Minnesota, you looked back at a road you could no longer see clearly. I came so you could see it sooner.
If you are future me, where is the real Lily now?
She is still here, only sleeping. When I leave, she will wake and remember some things, especially that you were brave.
Will I forget what you told me?
No. You remembered the flying snail. Every word you ever said about flying is proof that you remember me.
It had been flying for 7 years.
We choose the cover next week. The book releases in spring. Hello?
Mom, I am going to publish a book.
Rachel, you finally started drawing again?
I was always drawing. I only stopped for a while.
Your husband would not let you draw, would he?
How did you know?
After you married, you changed. On Thanksgiving, he kept saying, "Let her sit, she is tired."
It sounded caring, but your face did not look cared for. You looked held down, like a cat pinned on someone's lap.
Other people can see your cage before you do. It took Rachel 7 years to understand what her mother saw in a single Thanksgiving dinner.
Mom, I am getting ready to leave him.
What about your book?
It is almost ready.
What about Lily?
I will take her with me.
Have you decided?
I have. This time I truly have.
Tell me when you leave. I will meet you at the airport.
All right. The snail was still flying. It had been flying for 7 years.
Take the drawings, laptop, passport.
I began saving money in the bank account I had owned before marriage. I sold unused jewelry, handbags, and the Davis had chosen for me. Every payment entered the account like an ant carrying food. It was not much, but it was mine, and it was enough to begin. At my desk, Lily wrote a careful list in uneven pencil.
Take the drawings, laptop, passport. Do not take the wedding ring. Throw it away.
Lily, do you hate your father?
No.
Then why are you helping me?
Because I am you. I do not hate him, but I cannot let him keep you locked away.
I had not left yet, but I knew I would. After publication, before spring, the thought felt like wind entering through a half-open door.
Dad, the soup is getting cold.
Rachel, what is this?
You opened my mail.
It came to our home. I am your husband. Is opening your mail a problem? Every decision you make should include me.
Then should you have included me 6 years ago, when you submitted my book and rewith for me?
You know?
I know.
Then you should understand I was helping. That publisher was too small. Your work needed...
You should not have made that decision. You have no right to decide my life, my art, or my name.
I am your husband.
You have no right.
Dad, the soup is getting cold.
And the damage you caused.
Rachel, what are you going to do?
Publish the book, then move out.
Where?
Seattle. My mother is there.
With what money? You have not worked in 7 years. You think one picture book can support you and Lily?
Not immediately. I will build an income slowly.
You are naive. Without me, you are nothing. Everything you have came from me.
Everything I lost was something I gave up. Now I am taking it back. If you stop me, a court can see the withdrawal record, the financial control, and the damage you caused. You choose. A community college needed a part-time. It was me, a creature that had flown far enough to recognize home.
That is you.
It is.
You will not forget again, right?
No. Someone help me remember.
When does the book come out?
Spring.
That is soon.
A community college needed a part-time children's illustration instructor. I sent a resume listing the Flying Snail series as forthcoming.
Why not get a full-time job?
Because I need time to draw my own work.
That is right. Before, you gave all your time away and kept none for yourself.
Not Rachel Miller. Near the end of fall, Kate emailed me.
The pre-order goes live next week.
The final cover, the eyes SE, the pre-order link, draft promotional copied. I opened the attachment. The snail was looking down at a flower. The flower was blue. I sat there for a long time. I didn't do anything. I just stared at the cover. That night, once Lily was asleep, I sat at the computer. The page said author, Rachel Chen, not Rachel Miller. My name before I got married. It was Rachel Chen. I had taken it back. I wrote it on a piece of white paper. Then I taped it beside the mirror.
Rachel Chen. Mom, is that your name?
It used to be. Then I changed it to Miller. Now I want it back.
Do I have to change mine too?
Miller Chen. Either is fine with me. It's your name, not mine.
I'll keep Miller for now. I can decide when I'm older.
I used to think that was normal for a shared account. The pre-order went live. I couldn't bring myself to check the numbers.
5 copies! 17! 52!
Lily, calm down.
I can't calm down. I need is my mom's book. This is my mom's book.
Davis went out that afternoon. I didn't tell him about the pre-order. He would know. He had purchase alerts on my credit card. I used to think that was normal for a shared account. Now I knew it was surveillance. I used a prepay phone to create a new email address. The new account was only for Kate, the studio, and Seattle. My old inbox still held my normal life. The new one held the life I was building. That night, after Lily fell asleep, I opened the new inbox. More than 200 copies sold on the first day. It wasn't a breakout hit. but for a children's picture book, it had already exceeded expectations. This is only the beginning. I leaned back. The moon outside was bright. The screen went dark. I wondered where spring would find me. Flowers would bloom. The roads would be free of snow. Lily and I would fly into the Seattle rain. I'd enter that door, then look back toward Minnesota, once.
Mom, when you finish this drawing... My teacher asked if my mom is going to publish a book.
You told your teacher?
I did. The teacher said the whole class will buy it.
The whole class? Second graders buying picture books?
They can give them to their little brothers and sisters. Anyway, I told them my mom is an artist. I said it myself. These are the wings you're getting back.
Yes.
They're almost here.
I know.
Mom, when you finish this drawing, can you give it to me?
Why?
Because I want to remember what you looked like when you found them.
You look different. You did everything.
Yeah. I wanted to try arranging it myself.
You look different. Really? You used to hunch your shoulders in the kitchen. Now they're straight.
Maybe it's the painting I've been doing.
It's fine.
It's fine. My mom is publishing a book.
You're publishing a book?
Coming soon. A children's picture book. Next spring.
Congratulations, Rachel.
I can fight for custody.
The Sunday after Thanksgiving, Davis stood before the fireplace while I sat on the sofa. Lily was upstairs, and Biscuit lay at my feet.
Rachel, have you decided?
I have.
You are taking Lily.
I am her mother. I have the right to take her.
I can fight for custody.
You can. Then explain 7 years of blocking my work, controlling my income, withdrawing my book, and limiting my freedom.
That is financial control. A court will not call it love. For the first time, every polished expression fell from his face.
When are you leaving?
After the book is published. In spring.
All right.
I heard no footsteps and no chair, only a man standing motionless behind a shut door. Biscuit pressed its nose into my palm.
I read it every day.
I packed slowly. Drawings, notebooks, Lily's birth certificate, my passport, the first flying snail, and my old canvas bag. The suitcase label said old books.
Mom, I only need my rabbit and that book.
Which book?
Your sample copy. I read it every day.
Do you understand it?
Yes. The snail came home. I am going home too.
I wrote you a check. It is enough for you and Lily to live in Seattle for a year.
I do not need it.
The check is my way of admitting that you do not need me.
Do you hate me?
No.
Then why did you do those things?
I thought you could fly because of me. Then I learned you always could. I simply forgot to tell you.
The check was not money. It was an admission written as a release. Winter covered the lawn and old oak in white. Through the kitchen window, I watched Lily and Davis build snowmen and throw snowballs. She did not hate him. He tied her scarf, she dropped snow down his collar. He pretended anger while she ran laughing. Future Rachel had not left because love disappeared. She left because staying hurt more. She carried love for her daughter and herself. It was not escape. It was flight.
Dad, the snowman looks like you.
Why does it look like me?
Because it stands at the door and never goes inside.
He had spent years deciding where I belonged. Now he was the one standing at the door.
You always knew how to fly.
It's real. They arrived.
Mine! Lily says me. The snail flew over the sea. The flowers were waiting.
Rachel, you always knew how to fly. I made you forget.
It is okay. I remember now.
Remembering did not mean returning.
Then I have to say goodbye to Cookie.
The flight was booked. Next Friday, Lily and I would leave for Seattle.
We leave next Friday.
Then I have to say goodbye to Cookie.
Lily's transfer is complete.
One last day for the three of us.
You two go. I need to pack.
That life had been real. It was not a lie. It was simply over.
Packed.
Almost.
See you tomorrow.
Hugged for a long time. It was on the morning we set off. The air smelled fresh and earthy, like wet soil and grass roots.
Hang this on your backpack for you.
Thanks, Dad.
Her voice is softer than usual. The streets of Minnesota are slipping away piece by piece. The coffee shop we used to go to, the kindergarten Lily went to, the biggest oak tree in the park, the bakery on the corner. I've lived in this city for 9 years. I got married here, had a daughter, and lost myself. Now I'm leaving. They hugged for a long time. Longer than I thought. I took one last look at him.
When you get there.
Then I grabbed Lily's hand and turned to walk into the airport terminal.
Yes.
The glass doors closed behind us. I didn't look back. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't need to.
Mom, do you think Dad would be upset?
There will be a little, but it will get better.
How do you know?
Because he gave you that little cat, that's his. He gave it to you, which shows he knows some things can't be kept. It was raining when the plane landed in Seattle. Fine raindrops streaked the terminal glass, blurring the tarmac lights into soft, warm halos. Lily said nothing. She held up the cat pendant towards the light from the win on it, gilding its tabby stripes. I stared out at the clouds. Minnesota was forgone, replaced by streamland, not where I left behind, but where I rivers going. There were oceans, mountains, a new job, blank canvases, and a new me.
I'm happy.
And come for a signing.
Of course we would.
Life in Seattle was nothing like Minnesota. It rained often, but the air was soft and moist, easy to breathe. I settled into a new routine, teaching illustration classes at the community college by day, painting at home by night, and shopping and browsing independent bookstores at Pike Place Market on weekends. I put the flying snail on the shelves of those bookshops. One store's shelves were made of old wood, and when I reached out, I could feel the grooves of the wood grain.
If you want, I can come for a signing.
Of course we would.
About 20 people came to the first book signing. Not a lot, but each one was genuine. Some bought 3 copies, saying for my sister, my friend, and myself. Someone brought a scanned copy of the first edition of The Flying Snail, which was a test print I made myself, not sure who leaked it, saying, "I've been looking for this book for 6 years, and it turns out you were here." My hand was shaking when I signed. It wasn't nervousness, but an indescribable excitement. These people had been waiting for 6 years. They waited, and I waited too. Waiting for someone to tell me, someone is waiting for the stuff you draw.
Is your mom an author?
Yes, she is my mom. It's also that snail from my drawing. Mom, this is for you. Your book title is printed on it.
Rachel, I'm Kate Harris, your editor. We're meeting for the first time.
I set down my pen. I recognized her instantly. The round glasses, the curly red hair, the face from her LinkedIn profile. She looked a little older now, with faint smile lines at the corners of her eyes. She held out her hand, and I shook it. Her palm was dry with deep fingertips, the mark of someone who holds a pen for a living.
Thanks for waiting for 6 years. You didn't give up.
I was just waiting. When I got that manuscript back then, I knew I would see you again someday. Some people's paintings never disappear. They just wait. Do you have any ideas for the next book?
Yes. It's about a girl and her daughter who comes back through time.
Sounds like it will sell really well.
Mom, this is for you. Your book title is
She clipped the
printed on
bookmark
it.
into her copy of the book that already had bent edges.
A few?
Her laugh became careless again. Her eyes opened wide at small things. She was becoming Lily, not the tired woman who had traveled too far.
Mom, have I been saying strange things lately?
A few?
I do not really remember.
That's okay. You do not have to.
Does it look like us?
It does.
The future Rachel had left without saying goodbye. But she had shown me the road I would not need to walk to 40.
Did I draw this?
You did.
It is pretty good.
I do not know whether time travel was real. I know that I paint, I publish, I left, and I began again. Whoever she was, she saved me.
Your mom is so cool.
I know. Mom, if you close your eyes hard enough, you can still see light.
How?
Turn off the lamp and try.
The book became Eyes Closed Galaxy. It was for Lily, the child who taught me to open my eyes.
Your mom is so cool.
I know. A first grader asked if you could draw a whole book just for him. Mom, you have fans now.
Keep the note. You can run my fan club when you grow up.
I do not want to run a club. You draw, I will sell. What will the next book be?
I do not know yet.
Draw a mother who never forgets she can fly.
That is me.
You are already drawing her.
Graduated and thought I would never write anything good. Then I saw.
Would you consider a national signing tour?
I have to ask my daughter.
Yes! I want to fly everywhere.
Consider like sovereign silver.
Are you Rachel Chen?
Yes. I interned at the publisher 6 years ago. When your husband withdrew the manuscripts, I hid one copy. It was too beautiful to disappear. Thank you for keeping it. Do not thank me. It reached me first. I had just graduated and thought I would never write anything good. Then I saw your snail. I thought, if someone can draw like this, how could she possibly give up?
Who was she?
Someone who made me believe the world was not entirely cruel.
Then thank her.
I did. Thank you for seeing it before it disappeared. My third book was called The Parachute. It was about a girl who was afraid of heights and a mother who sewed a parachute from old curtains. I'll go with you. The parachute tore, but they landed laughing. This book is for Rachel's mother.
You wrote us.
I did. Thank you for jumping with me that one time. That smell was home, the home I had learned to recognize again after returning to Seattle.
Grandma, don't cry.
I'm happy.
Even happy crying makes your eyes swell.
Who wrote the last line?
I did. Going home does not require wings. Sometimes it only requires someone to catch you.
Then you were caught.
I was. Home was not the place that held me. It was the person who was willing to catch me. Yes?
Happy birthday.
For Lily, you taught me to fly. Now it is your turn. Happy 10th birthday, my love. You are my parachute too.
Mom, maybe I wasn't the future you who traveled back.
You couldn't be. You're my daughter. You're only yourself.
But the things I said,
They were true. Everything you said was right. You only said it in your own way.
what way?
You let me see myself. I wanted to make it up. These books are proof.
Mom,
Yes?
Happy birthday.
Today is your birthday.
I'll share one with you. You can have half of this, too.
Now I work beside a rainy Seattle window. Lily is 11. Last week, her school essay was titled My Mother.
My mother used to be a snail, but she grew wings. She flew away, not from me, but home. Every book she draws contains a snail, and I think that snail is me too. I learned how to fly only after she did.
Her teacher emailed the essay to me. I read it 3 times and cried every time. You are too. You are my way home.
You are too. You are my road home. I know.
She sent a selfie holding the flying snail in a sunlit school corridor. Rain softened. A seam opened in the clouds. I opened a new sketchbook and drew a smiling snow with a small shell and transparent wings, looking toward the light. I placed the drawing on the windowsill for the rainy light to meet it, for the 7-year-old at the kitchen door, for future me, present me, and everyone who forgot they could fly. She remembered. She flew. She came home.